Hi there, pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Henry Morris, but everyone called me Rusty on account of my red hair. I was born on the 7th of April 1913 in Winnipeg, Canada. My father, Philip, was English and my mother, Gwendolyn, was Irish. They were married in Winnipeg in 1912. I was their first child and I had two younger brothers. After I left school, I did all sorts of jobs. I worked as a clerk, a painter, and decorator, and a driver. But when war was declared in September 1939, I joined up straight away. I joined the 1st Battalion of the Royal Regiment of Canada, and we were stationed in Toronto. By December of 1939, I had been promoted to Lieutenant Corporal, but that didn't last, as you'll soon hear. In June 1940, we were on the move, but only as far as Reykjavik in Iceland, where we stayed for 3 months. Then in October 1940, we were transferred to Ayr, exactly where you're standing right now. We thought we were getting closer to real action, but no such luck. Instead, we stayed here in Ayr for nearly 2 years. Needless to say, we were somewhat restless and not always well behaved. This is when I was demoted for going AWOL. However, it was during my time in Ayr that I met Quintina. Her full name was Quintina Stewart. She was 29 and she was working in a restaurant. She'd already been married, but her first husband had died. Well, in wartime, there's no time to lose, so we got married in March 1942 in the Sandgate Church, which you can almost see from where you're standing. Finally, in August of that year, we moved into action. First of all, down to the south coast of England. We were to be a large part, of Operation Jubilee, nowadays known as the Dieppe Raid. The Dieppe Raid had various purposes: to capture the port of Dieppe, even if only for a few hours, to gain intelligence and destroy some buildings, to show that we, the Allies, could still fight and raise morale, to test training and resources in an amphibious landing, to satisfy the Russians and the Americans and even the British people who wanted us to take on the Germans on a Western Front. As well as all that, the Canadian government really wanted us Canadian soldiers to be part of it. We were delighted. We wanted to see action, and we were told it would be a piece of cake. Unfortunately, it was anything but a piece of cake. The planning was bad, information was wrong, and communications broke down. The whole thing was a disaster. Almost 4,000 Allied troops were killed, wounded, or taken prisoner. We Canadians lost 2/3 of our men. 907 of us died. I was one of those. I was 29 years old and had been married for less than 5 months. I am buried in the Dieppe Canadian War Cemetery.